Johnson & Johnson shares fell 1% after a Californian jury returned a $29.4 million verdict in a trial involving a woman who believes that her cancer came as a result of her regular use of Johnson & Johnson's talcum powder. The 9-week trial began on the 7th of January and included testimony from nearly a dozen experts on both sides. The jury deliberated for 2 days before awarding $24.4 million to Teresa Levitt and $5 million to her spouse, Dean McElroy. Teresa Levitt had developed mesothelioma, a cancer of the tissue that lines the lungs and other organs. She stated that she had been using Johnson & Johnson's talc products for more than 30 years. The award is for compensatory damages only, to repay the couple for their loss. The jury decided against awarding punitive damages designed to punish the defendants, in this case Johnson & Johnson and the other companies involved in the making of talcum powder, for reckless or negligent behaviour. The jury found Johnson & Johnson to be responsible for 98% of the damages and held that the company knew about the potential risk that its baby powder was contaminated but failed to warn the plaintiff. The trial had originally included Johnson & Johnson's talc supplier, Imerys Talc America, as a co-defendant. However, California Superior Court Judge Brad Seligman, overseeing the trial, told jurors in February that the company was no longer part of the case after it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection under the weight of the talc litigation. Nearly 14,000 cases are currently making their way through the legal system against Johnson & Johnson related to its talc products by people who feel that using them has caused their cancer. Some lawyers, including those in this case, have argued that the talc is contaminated with asbestos. Talc is a soft mineral that is often found together with asbestos. It is used in more than 2,000 products, including cosmetics, powders, and personal care products. It is also used in paints and other industrial materials. The lawyers standing against the company claim that Johnson & Johnson knew that its products were contaminated for decades and have brought forward internal company documents to back up their case. In July, a jury in Missouri awarded $4.69 billion to 22 women who claimed that asbestos in Johnson & Johnson products, including its baby powder, had caused them to develop ovarian cancer. In December, the company lost a motion to overturn the verdict. The company's appeal is pending. In response, Johnson & Johnson has stated that their products do not contain asbestos. Since the 1970s, talc used in all consumer products has legally been required to be asbestos-free. The debate over a link between talcum powder and cancer has been growing in the scientific community. Some studies have found an increased cancer risk, but others have not. Most suggest that more research is needed. Johnson & Johnson have appealed the verdict, stating that "We are disappointed with today's verdict and will pursue an appeal because Johnson's baby powder does not contain asbestos or cause cancer."